Hey, what's up? I am Tony Making Food Mata. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2. Tony Talk, a modified view in the culinary industry. As always, I am simulcasting YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel, Modified Cooking, MATTAFIED, Modified Cooking. Type it in, you'll see my face. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. So that's that. Those are my links. Also on iTunes, or not on iTunes, I'm on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and a bunch of other platforms for podcasting, which is kind of cool too. So today, the subject matter is going to be false resumes. So, one of the things that we do in the kitchen, if you get to another level, a higher level, is you kind of have to have a resume, okay? And that's what it is. You have to have your resume. And I always say, you know, whenever I interview people and do my interviewing process, like, hey, send me a resume. Oh, well, I don't have one. If that's what they say, I don't have a resume. Well, take 2 seconds and make one. Just put up name, address, where you worked. I don't really care about the correct dates, what day it is. Give me a month. We're line cooks. We're not going to remember that. You know, just give me whatever month. Summer of 2017. Summer of the Joe. I don't really care. You know, just put something down, what you did. Don't be, I was a prep cooker, or put something like that down on there. Why? If you just ran the fry station, simply put, I ran the fry station, okay? We are going to interview you, and I'm going to interview you, and if you lie on your damn resume, it's going to come out. It's going to come out in the end, and you're going to end up probably getting fired because you lied on your resume. You gave a false resume. Why? Why would you do that? The kitchen is the last frontier to where you can actually lie because you're expected to perform this. If you say that you worked on a char grill, then and I put you on the grill station, you better be able to cook New York steaks or work the char grill or understand how it flows. Don't just be like, oh, well, I never worked this. Well, you lied on your resume. Okay, why are you lying to the chef? That's strike one. Strike one. Okay, just give me a resume. Just something. You know, that's what I want. Give me the right number too, because I'm going to try to contact you. And please don't have Big Daddy Smoke 420 as your email address. Are you fucking stupid? Like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you have Big Daddy Smoke 420 or Big Booty Hose 86 or 69 or whatever as your professional email? Like, this isn't school. Like, just make it your name. Simple as that. Mine could be amata@gmail.com. Whatever. Okay? That's another thing. Please don't have any sort of stupid email. HR looks at that and better believe if you do actually get hired and you know you cut yourself, you're going to Concentra and you're going to get terminated. Okay? So, I need an actual number on your resume. I need an actual professional, you know, email. No nicknames. If you go by LJ, then that's fine. Or Shay instead of Sean, or whatever. Tony instead of Anthony, that's fine. Just put your professional name on there. Makes kind of sense. And don't lie. If you worked the Garmo station, you worked the Garmo station. If you worked the pantry or the grill, you worked the flat top. Because like in the interview, like I have to assess you. I have to assess how much I'm going to pay you. And you better believe it. If you lie on that resume, I'm going to call you out. And I'm going to be like, dude, didn't you say that you worked here and you did this and you did that? And then if you're like, oh, well, you know what? You suck. Why? Why would you even you're putting us through nonsense. I'm going to put you on the grill station because you said you worked on the grill station and then all of a sudden you can't work the grill station. Now you just fucked up the whole team because you're just being an idiot because you lied on your resume. And why? Why? My job as a chef is to teach, train, develop. teach, train, develop you as a chef, as a culinarian, as a prep cook. If you don't know something, then you don't know it. Don't be too prideful. That's another podcast episode. If you don't know it, just say, hey, I don't know, chef. Yeah, I might be a little disappointed, but like, I would rather have you not know than say you know, and then you try to execute it, or I give you a task and then you fail, and I say, hey man, I thought you said you knew how to do this, and then you're like, well, I don't know, it's kind of how I was going to do it, and then you just mess up my product, so now you mess up my inventory, you mess up my product, I have to throw away some product that you were prepping because you were fucking being an idiot because you lied on your resume because I thought that you had this experience. Like, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So, you know, why? Just be honest. Be honest on your resume. So that goes into another thing of knowing your stuff. Okay? Let's say you do have a good resume and you were a grill cook or a saute cook and you were great, and you know, and like, yeah, you know how to do some of these things, but let's say you've never grilled a whole fish on a grill, and I ask you to do it, and you're like, yeah, I got it, but then you used not the correct spot on the grill. Maybe you don't put some oil down on it, then the scales stick to the grill, and then you can't give proper X marks on it. Maybe you don't put it on the hot spot and you put it on like a cool spot and it sticks, you know. And then you know, you give it to me or go to exit or whatever and it sticks, and then you got skin ripping off. Then you got skin ripping off on the char grill, and then you're like, well, I didn't know. And it's like, well, you said you knew how to grill fish. You, in the interview, you said it. Well, yeah, but, you know, no. Not like, yeah, but. It's either you know or you don't know. If I don't know, then I know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, geez. If you don't know it, then you don't know it. You maybe you've only cooked fillets. Okay? That's all you've cooked at the steakhouse. Yeah, you ran the steakhouse and all you cooked was fillets and you've never cooked a bone-in ribeye. Okay, well, tell me that. Say, yeah, I've never really cooked that. And then I'm going to try to work with you. And I'm going to explain to you that, like, you know, the part by the bone is not going to cook as fast as the part by the outside of the bone. You know, like, you got to finesse this. You got to work this grill. Like, don't lie. Just say, hey, man, I don't know. I am more than willing to help you out in my profession, in my kitchen, rather than cut you down. Like, I would rather just be like, all right, well, here it is. This is what you got to do. But if you lie to me on your resume and in the interview, and then you're just like, hey, you know, I know how to do this, and then obviously you don't because you're a hack, get out of here. Get out of my kitchen. The kitchen is the last frontier. You know, I don't know everything. I'm a good chef. I am. I know how a kitchen runs. I know the ins and outs. I know if you're trying to, you know, steal chicken tenders or make yourself an employee meal, or, you know, taking some raw shrimp and putting it in a courtesy cup, putting a glove over it, and then walking out. You know, like, I know these things. I've been there. I've done that. You know, so, like, I get these things. I know how a kitchen works. I'm not the best chef, but I know how it works. So I have to question myself a lot too. If I don't know something, then I don't know it. You know, I'll have to Google search it or something. You know, over the course of these years that I've been cooking, 20 years, like, you know, I know stuff. I can ramble off numbers in my head just because, you know, it's like, this is what I've been working with for so long. But if you don't know, then you don't know, you know, and just like, hey, I don't know, Google search it. Like I said, that's like kind of like one of the things about being too prideful in one of the other podcasts later on in the season. Being too prideful about stuff. You know, but if you don't know, then don't fucking lie to me. Like, I mean, I don't understand it. I don't, like, stuff like that just like really, really, really bothers me. You know, and then looking at your resume, like, there's been multiple times that I've interviewed people and like they are so good. They look so good. They interview so well. And then all of a sudden you get them in the kitchen. They don't get a sandy bucket. They grab a bread knife to cut a tomato instead of a chef knife. They don't know how to sharpen something. Like all these things, like you may look so good on paper, but like when you come into the kitchen, you don't know. Like, I don't know. There's all sorts of different levels of cooking. If you don't know, then you don't know, and they just learn. Try to get better at your craft. It's taken me a very, very, very long time to get to where I'm at. That one book, Outliers, by that one guy, I forgot it, I have it over here. But it basically says that you're really not good until you put your 10,000 hours in on something. And you have to put your 10,000 hours in. There was lots of times when I was coming up in the ranks and I'd be like, oh, that fucking chef, he don't know. He's a bum. He's coming from over here. I've been here for 5 years, and this guy's just going to come in and tell me what to do. Screw him. I'm Tony motherfucking Mata. That was before Making Food Mata. There are things that, that chef put himself, he's earned it. He has gone through the motions, and he's put his 10,000 hours in. That's how he got himself elevated. And I didn't really realize that until I started elevating myself, and like all these little tricks, all these little tips, being able to rattle off numbers, 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon, 128 ounces in a gallon, like this stuff like that, little simple conversions that like you have to know. And like in the beginning, it's very hard, but you work your way up, and then you know these things, and then people start asking you for advice, and they start coming to you for some of these questions and these things, So like, it's just like, just don't lie on your resume, man. And building your resume is a big thing. One of the things that I look at when I look at resumes is length of time at a place. What kind of place were you at? Were you at a consecutive bunch of bar and grills? All right, then I know what kind of cook you are. Were you in fine dining? Were you, on the Garmo? Were you just started off as a dishwasher? Were you a shift lead? Were you a sous chef, assistant sous chef? Chef de cuisine, like what were you? Where were you? What did you work at? Did you work out of state? All these things, like you want to build your resume to be more well-rounded. I always when I started off, it was Italian. Then I went into like banquets, and it was like mass production of banquets, and then I went to bar and grill, and then I bounced around from a couple of different bars and grills in my early infancy of cooking, which was like kind of good for me. It kind of like gave you a thicker skin, or gave me a thicker skin. So I had that, and then the 10 years that I spent at Albert's on the Alley, that was like big like school of hard knock lives for me, and that was good on my resume. And then after that, Tap, that was like another, like a high-end bar at the casino. And that was like a different, it was like a fast-paced, high-volume bar. And it was typical bar food, and then you go from there to the steakhouse. So now, I'm sous chef at a steakhouse. And then from there, go to a pizzeria, Cucina, back to Italian, from where I started off. And then from there to actually open up like another bar and grill, but actually open up a restaurant, which was actually pretty cool, going from the ground up. People say, well, hey, why would you go work for that guy? Like, I'm not working for that guy. I'm working for a company that subcontracted his name for some other stuff, and I opened up a restaurant, and it was actually pretty damn cool. Like, I was actually able to do the menu design, pick up the flatware, the smallwares, kind of like, had some input on like where everything went in the kitchen. You know, the plates, how they looked, how they plated. After we got rid of Chef Tight Pants over there, everything was great. You know, so like those are some things. And now, right now, it's like multi outlets, multi restaurants that I'm running. So like these things is building your resume. So if you have a well-rounded resume, then you are going to be better as a whole as a chef in this chef life. But the thing that really like makes me upset is that when people just lie. Why the hell are you lying on this? Like I said, you are going to get called out. You know, and that, like I said, that goes into other things about being a hack chef. I've seen a lot of hack chefs, and I can't wait to that episode because it's gonna be pretty good. So that's kind of just like a little rant on resumes, lying on your resume. Don't lie in your interview, and damn it, when you come to your interview, be on time and don't smell like weed. Like, why? Why are you gonna come to your interview in ripped jeans, smelling like weed? And yeah, you might have a great resume, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna hire you. I'm sorry, bro, but if you're gonna come to me and interview with me, smelling like weed and some ripped jeans or maybe some flip flops on, or you're not gonna be shaved, and like no, like it's not gonna fly, because like if you're gonna come to your interview like that, and how are you gonna present yourself on the line? How are you gonna present yourself on my team if you're gonna be like that? I don't want you on my team. Like, I'm trying to build the best team ever whenever I create any sort of team in my chefing career. So, like, why are you going to come to your interview smelling like weed? And don't lie in your resume, because it is just stupid. And it makes no sense, because you're going to get called out. You are going to get called out so fast. And if the chef doesn't call you out on that, then I don't know about that chef. So, once again, I am Tony Making Food Mata. This is Tony Talk Season 2. That was a modified view on false resumes, lying on your resume. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Modified Cooking, MATTAFIED, Modified Cooking. You just got modified. Thank you, and have a good day.